bits that show up as cellulite. On our last program, we talked about cellulite. Cellulite is a classic example of a connective tissue breakdown, and this is why most cellulite treatments don't work. Wraps and gels, all the things you get in the spa, creams. I'm guilty of making a cellulite cream a couple decades ago. I made a cellulite cream, called it what did I call it? I forgot what I called it. Thigh cream or something like that. That was back in the day. Some of you may remember in the early 90s, everybody was making aminophylline creams for cellulite. Aminophylline is like caffeine. Aminophylline is an asthma medicine. And for a couple of years anyway, in the early 1990s, aminophylline and theophylline creams were all the rage for cellulite. Why? Because theophylline and aminophylline, which are similar to caffeine, help the body burn through energy. Their caffeine helps cells burn through energy. The logic being that the more a cell utilized energy, burnt through energy, the more it would burn fat and you'd lose cellulite. This is nonsense. Cellulite is a connective tissue disease. It's not a disease, but it's a manifestation of a connective tissue breakdown, like wrinkles are, like osteoporosis is for that matter. This is why we want to understand how the body is made up. This is one of the benefits of understanding the divisions of the components, the various components of the body. When we understand the components of the body, it will make us more powerful when it comes to healing. The body is made up of 4 components. It looks like when you have a health issue that, oh my God, what the heck is going on? We got all this confusion about various enzymes and molecules and cells and how everything's interacting. If you go to the medical library, and I go every month or so, I'll make a visit, pay a visit to the medical library here in Denver. We have a wonderful medical library, and if you don't love chemistry and you don't love biology and you don't love physiology and pharmacy and medicine and health and healing, it's very easy to be overwhelmed by the medical library because we know so much about the minutia of the body, but you don't need to know so much about the minutia of the body just to have a healthy body, just to reverse the degenerative process. Basically, you only need to know that there's 4 components to the body, 4 parts to the body. The body's a 4-part construction. And by understanding the nature of the 4-part construction of the body, we can become so much more powerful when it comes to health and healing. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about connective tissue building as it regards cellulite and as it regards protein and peptides and why protein is so darn important. And we'll talk about the distinction between these various components of the body so that we can become much more powerful when it comes to health and wellness and healing. We will do that tomorrow as we continue talking about protein and peptides and building on the bright side. Time to hit our phones. 855-660-4261 is our number. Bill in Oklahoma, welcome to the bright side. Good morning. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Dan.
What's going on, my man?
Two things. I'm just listening to, that Own the Disease deal, and if I could share that with you. My dad had Parkinson's disease, and he was... I think about 65 when he began to realize the symptoms of it, and about 2 years into it, he came to visit me. He was in Florida, I'm in Oklahoma, and he came to visit, and I was a new Christian, and my wife said, instead of preaching at your dad until he, gets mad and goes home, said, let's just pray for him, and we did that. And one morning I got up and went out to his RV where he's staying, and I could tell he's feeling good, and at this time he was needing help getting up off the low chairs and that, and anyway, he said, "You notice anything different about me?" And I said, "Yeah, Dad, it seems like you're really feeling good." He says, "You bet I am." He says,
"Wow."
I got down and prayed last night and asked the Lord in my heart, and He's healed me. And he said, "Look here," and he just up and down off the little low sofas like he's doing squat thrust. And
that's awesome.
Praise the Lord.
That's awesome.
And he put up gutters on my house, in the back of my house that day.
Are you serious? And he had Parkinson's the day before?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and he was just praising the Lord Thursday and Friday and Saturday. We went to the lumber yard, and there was an old gentleman there that was writing out the ticket, and he'd write a little bit, and he laid his pen down and rub his hands, and Dad said, "You got some arthritis there?" And the guy says, "Yeah," and Dad said, "Well, that's nothing. I've got this." And he went through his list,
That's awesome,
including
man.
Parkinson. including Parkinson's disease. And my heart sank, and we left, and I said, Dad, you remember the Lord healed you? He said, oh, son, you don't understand. There's no getting over this Parkinson's disease, and he owned the disease until he died with it,
Is that right?
So that's right.
But for one day, he was recovered, right?
2 days.
All things.
2 days.
2 days. All things are possible for the person that believes, right? All things are possible. All.
Absolutely.
ALL. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. That's a great story.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing, Bill. What's going on? How can we help you today?
Okay, my wife, she's really stressed out. She's got an appointment Wednesday to begin this oral surgery for 3 implants. And I went through it, and there's really, but she's thinking about
what kind of implants? What kind of dental implants?
Yes, dental implants. Yeah, the post, and then they put the crown over the post.
Right.
It's a pretty long, drawn-out procedure, but anyway,
she's got some missing teeth. She's got some missing. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You want some ideas? You want some ideas for helping heal?
Well, right now we're doing so many of the things like the bone soup. Ben, we just love it.
Praise God, that's awesome. I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Constant part of our diet. In fact, I've got the bone part of it ready to make the soup today.
Nice. That's awesome. That's great healing food. That's great healing food.
Yes. In fact, our granddaughter, our daughter-in-law is Chinese. From China, and her parents and that.
Bill, I need you to hang tight because we got to take a break, and then when we come back, I need a question because we got a bunch of folks on the line. Hang tight, Bill. Thanks for sharing that too. I appreciate that. That's that's a great story. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll get to your phone calls when we come back, so hang tight, and we'll finish up with Bill in Oklahoma. 855-660-4261 is our number. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this. Don't go away.
Hi, Coast to Coast listeners. I'm Kay Zwirling from KSCO Radio in Santa Cruz. I'm 93 years old, and I'm a big fan of George Norrie because his topics and guests are fascinating and really get you thinking. George is just as bothered as I am by all the advertising you hear for toxic prescription drugs that make you sicker, not healthy. I prefer to give my body all 90 essential nutrients it needs for life to prevent disease, not compound it. My favorite complete supplement is Beyond Tangy Tangerine from Longevity, which I take every day along with EFA Plus and Beyond OsteoFX, which together are called the Healthy Start Pack. I recommend you go online to criticalhealthnews.com to purchase these products. That's criticalhealthnews.com or call 855-949-RADIO.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. It really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Hi, this is Larry Smith. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. When the cleaners ruined some special clothing, all they could do was show us a sign that said they weren't responsible. But when they got the letter from one of our Legal Shield attorneys, he promptly gave us a check for $1,152. Worry less and live more with lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com or call 855-340-SAVE. That's 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
Genesis is defined as an origin, creation, or the beginning. Genesis Communications Network began with the mission of providing you with the kind of compelling content you're listening to now. And at GCNlive.com, you'll find a free archive of our nation's history, narrated by GCN hosts, explored, shared, and passed down to future generations. GCN is the future of talk radio, but we should always strive to learn from our past. Together, we are GCNlive.com. GCN.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. Bill in Oklahoma. Continue, my friend. What's going on?
Okay. She started on these high-powered antibiotics, Moxie /K Clave, 500, 125 tabs, and methyl pred, 4 milligram pack. And so this is eating up all our probiotic type.
Oh, yeah. Well, the antibiotics are killing the probiotics. She does need, they're giving her 2 drugs. They're giving her the antibiotics and they're giving her the steroid drugs to keep the inflammation down. And they're going to, the prednisolone dose pack, I think you said it was a dose pack, that's got a built-in reduction in dosage. So it'll wean her off. It'll wean her off automatically, which is a good thing. A lot of folks stay on prednisone and steroids for a long time, and you never want to do that. So it's a good thing that they're got her weaning off of the prednisone, but you're absolutely correct that she's going to have a problem with her gut from the probiotics, probably from the steroids too. So not while she's taking the antibiotics, but in between, or maybe at night, you want her to make sure she's using fermented food and probiotics, both of those. And then when she gets off of her medication, you want to really pounding the probiotics. And there's also a couple of other things that you're going to want to do. And when I say pounding the probiotics, I mean the Biolumin Nightly Essence. I'd be taking 4 or 5 of those a day, plus fermented food. She should be subsisting on kefir and miso and tempeh and sauerkraut and fermented beets, whatever you could do that's fermented. And then also there's a lot of wonderful nutrients that will accelerate the healing process. Have her stay. I'm sure she's on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. She may want to double her dose. She may also want to throw in some extra vitamin C. Go to the off the internet or the health food store, get yourself some vitamin C powder and start sipping on the vitamin. Have her start sipping on the vitamin C powder in addition to the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Mighty 90. The essential fatty acids and the OsteoFX will go a long way to speed up the healing process. Make sure she's getting enough protein. I'd be using whey protein and egg protein. Very, very important for rebuilding. And then there's a couple other ancillary nutrients that can help. You'll have to get those at a health food store. Vitamin E, for example, 400 international units a day. Very important for healing. And also zinc. Very important for healing. 50 milligrams a day of zinc picolinate a day. Zinc picolinate. And then along with her zinc, take vitamin A, 20,000 international units a day. Do all that with food because you need to have a little digestive juices to absorb all of that. And then if there's anything else that's super duper important, selenium, the OPC selenium, I'd be using some of that as well. And you'll get that off the longevity. You can get that off brightsideben.com or by calling the Brightside Ben phone team. Good luck with that. And thanks for sharing that story, Bill. That was awesome. Appreciate it. God bless. Have a beautiful day. Okay, let's see. Shola in Georgia. You've been hanging on forever here, man. Appreciate your call. What's going on? Shola.
Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing, Shola?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
How can we help you today, ma'am?
Yes, I was calling because I wanted to know if the nutrients will interfere with the meds that my mom is on right now.
If the nutrients will interfere with the meds?
Yes.
Okay, that's a great question. I get that question all the time. Doctors will tell you they do, and I'm going to tell you they don't. I'm going to tell you that nutrients will help the medicines work better, and number one,